Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. In this session, we are welcoming you to our next series, means the next lesson, and which let us add an entry in here. Okay, so it is 21st of December, and it is lesson number 179. Okay, and this is part 47, in which we are going to discuss certain things which you would like before you can update all these information which you load in it. You should make sure that the initializing of the user form, it contains all the necessary things which you may require in the future, right? So the form initialize event is the event in which you want that before the form is shown on the screen, there are certain things which have to be made. You have to level the ground, you have to make some groundwork. The system also has to set up some sheets, right? And for example, the setting up of this work area in which uh, it brings the data from the SO sheet and the SO detail, yeah, line item details, and gathers it here, and then this is linked to the list box in your uh, user form. Then this has to be determined that how many rows do you would be enough for you to hold in here, right? Because in every organization you might be having a different number of the lines you would be requiring for a sale order. Those who deal in a very few items, so the 5 lines in their 5 or 6 lines is far more better than enough, instead of having more uh, means unwanted lines keeping in so that is uh, this is how you are going to determine. It means that what would be the maximum number of lines which would be required in your day-to-day order entries, right? So you have to decide it. So to determine it, that how the data what we have, uh, we should be able to see how many items are there. So for this, there is a mechanism. You can automate it as well. First of all, you have to do it manually. For example, you write a formula, countif, in the SO header frame, and this is a temporary arrangement, right? That you as the temporary arrangement we had in here, right? Similarly, this is the temporary arrangement, right? So we write a formula here that count all the order numbers uh, in the detail which are matching your order ID, right? So yeah, if you see, this is order ID. This is being looked in where, and in the SO detail in the B column, right? And for this, what it is doing, it is counting it. Means if the order number is 30, then I want to know how many lines are there, right? So if you go to the SO detail, this is the SO detail. You have the column B. In here, you want to know that how many rows have the 30 in it, right? So there are 2 rows which are having 30 in it. So that's why it is bringing 2 in here, right? And if I copy this formula down the line, so this is having a 3 Yeah, it is having three rows. The order number 31, if you go to this, 31 has the three rows, right? So this is it. Well, once you have done it, then this is easy for you to max it out. You go equal to max. Now, what is the maximum number of the rows required in the list box which you are using, right? That is the three. So no order is having more than three. So uh, this gives you a clear idea. So if you keep the default length up to 10, it's fine. Means your maximum orders may go to up to the 10 lines, right? But if you are working in an organization which has a large variety of items, and it is possible that you have hundred of rows, okay, then you can keep this table row. You keep inserting the rows like this, Control Shift Control, and press F12 like this. So you have added these rows. So it is going to cater that many rows in your list box and in your sale order, right? So this is done manually, but why not we do it intelligently so that the system automatically adjust it, right? So what is the position where you would like to do it automatically? That is the form initializer. Form initialize event, it is the best place in which you do all such sort of the things like one-time setting of the order length range, etc. Okay, so let's go to the form initialize range, right? And we write, this is the deactivate, this is the form initialize range, right? And in here, we are going to write the formula, right? So this is fine. We write a formula, the same formula in the SO to determine. So first of all, we write a comment here that what is our intention to determine the the length of the mm, so length of the sales order. Huh? So, so how many means a line item numbers? How many item numbers would be good if we do this? Okay, so so that many rows will be adjusted in here. Okay, fair enough. So what we do here, we do simply write the formula. Then we go to the first of all, yeah, mm, let's say sheets. And here we are going to write the SO view. And here we are going to write the cell range in which we are supposed to write the countif formula to determine the length, right? So let's range, that is, we keep it in front of us, right? We keep it here, and this is SO view, and this is actually SO detail, and this SO, right? So in the SO sheet, we are writing this formula, okay, V2. And the V2, we are writing this formula, right? So we say dot range V2. Right? So here we are going to try the formula. You see how easy it is to write the formula in VBA code. All you need to do is copy paste. That's it. Okay. So all you need to do is just copy paste. So not in the SO view, you are going to write it in SO. Sheet SO V2, you need this formula to be written. But not only V2, you would like to add it to something variable, right? Some row, right? So that is the last row actually. So we have to determine that what is the last row of this. Last row, okay, last row, right? So let's determine what is the last row of this. So we will say that last row is last row is equal to this sheet dot, yeah, is equal to this sheet. And in here, we type, first of all, A1, and then we write dot special cells, right? And in here, we start the bracket and say Excel last row, right? Sorry, last cell. Excel last cell, right? Excel last cell dot row. This is going to bring you the last row. And last row, and that is making, that is going to write you to it. Let's remove, just to ascertain that this is working or not. We want to know that this formula is written appropriately or not. So for this, we are going to click in here. Right? Okay. So this is okay. So it has written in the form has been initialized. Let's see. So and we go and see the SO header, right? And it has written the formula, right? You can see that it has written the formula. Is it appropriately written or not? Yes, it is appropriately written to it. Okay, that's good. So the form initialize has worked fine when it has written the formula appropriately, and now we want to get the maximum of V column, right? So Alt F11, we go back to the form initialize event. In here, we will find to the max rows equal to application dot, yeah, worksheet functions dot max. This here you are going to mention what maximum value would you like. Okay, for this we bring this one, this range, right? Okay. We can also use, we can remove this and take it the entire row because there will be nothing else in this column, right? So maximum of this is going to be stored in this value, and we put a breakpoint in here, right? So let's go and do it again and see what happens. Okay, so it has done very well. And it has come up to your conclusion that you need maximum this, right? Well, so instead of macros 10, whatever is the max value, you would like to add, say, 10 more rows, right? 10 more rows, so that it will become, right? So 13. 13 is going to be the length of your table, right? So now how to adjust it, okay? So it has to go to the table, right? In the SO view, right? Okay. And it will find that out, right? Until the length is 13, right? So the first thing it has to do is select the sheet. Uh, let's select the SO sheet, SO view sheet, rather. Yeah. Sheets. And here we are going to write SO view dot select. The first thing it has in this. The next is next thing it is going to keep the cursor and say B3 position, range. B3 dot select. Okay. Now in here, it has to decide whether it is supposed to add more rows or has to delete the rows. So we have to figure out that what are the rows until this object is going, right? So we will say LR, LR is equal to range, range, say be 100,000, okay, dot end XLUP dot row. So it is going to tell you that how many rows does it is stand at the moment, right? So let's press F8 here, press F8 and press F8. So 29, right? Whereas the max rows required are 13. Fair enough. So, so, so 13 are required and LR is 29, right? So we will write, we will keep on watching it that do while we will use a loop to keep deleting the rows until it reaches the max rows, right? Do while LR is greater than max rows, right? Loop. And it will we will copy this thing, and we will, it will, on at the start of loop, it will check that what is the root now. Okay, so, and it will keep on doing at the end of the loop, right? It's better. At the end of the loop, it is going to reset this here, and it will keep on doing what we are going to mention in here. We will write active cell dot entire row dot delete, right? So this is going to keep your table space tidy and reasonable length. Okay. Let's start from here. Yes. So this is going to show you that how it is going to. Okay. So let's press F8 here. Yeah. Going to be 3. It is checking. It is 29, right? And do while LR is greater than max rows. F8. Press F8. Yeah. So it is going to delete the row, right? It is again checking that what is the row. It is now 28. Yeah, 28. Fair enough. Okay, so we run it again, press F8, 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 and this time it is 27, right? And we now run it, so it will be close on to 30, right? So this is done at this at the time of the initializing of form, so that you have the appropriate length of the cell order set for the users to use, right? Fine. And it is variable, means it is flexible, and you can have that data entry without having any need to do it manually. It will do. It is now doing automatically for you, right? So this is our today's explanation. Now let's see it that it is now running. Okay, if you are adding a new order, for example, for this customer, and you press this, you take this product, say 100 pieces, let's enter, and you give a $50 discount. Fair enough. This is 17. Okay. And what else? And this, as you can see in the at the back, you have added it. You have added it, and it is going to keep this keep adding a new row in it, and as soon as you enter, for example, 50 pieces of this, and you have given $10 discount in here. Yeah, so this is right. So it is keeping on using this area of this, and it is fixed, right? What else? And if you want to go to some order that is already existing, for example, you go, so that is a one-liner, right? Okay, so let's click 36. So, now this is it, no, we have given a breakpoint, no problem, don't worry about that, okay? So this is, it has adjusted it, you see? There were, it is a close order, and it has one line item, and one line is appearing here, right? That's right. Okay, so if you go to another one-liner, this is a one-liner, we remember, right? So this is that. Now take a three-liner. This is what we remember that 42, order 42 is three-liner. That's right. And you can see that it is being used here. And you don't have to worry that what if something goes wrong and you have to add some user. It will add automatically. It is always keeping the maximum number of the, and it will keep on adding the length as you keep on uh, adding a lengthy sale order of it. So it will keep a watch of it, and it will always keep 10 more rows uh, n- uh, mm, uh, as a starting length for the maximum liner you have already up till now have entered. For example, you have entered a maximum liner three lines, so it is using a space for 10 additional rows in it. So in just in case you and if you keep on adding 4, 5, 6, so it will keep on adding 10 more rows for this, so that you never get a shortage of the lines available for this list box. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. See you in our next video.